children, come.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. In fact...
A gift for Paimon?
Oh, child, when you traversed my old teapot, that's it. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old. I will not go into the teapot that you entered previously.
So,
Oh, indeed. But that's enough nostalgia for now.
That's right.
Oh, settle down now, children. What's more, for starters, I require some shimmers, so you would have to dig downward. But almost no one has been able to. Even more difficult. In any case, Smaragdus Jade. Goodness knows that.
Well, since you...
Yes, I suppose.
She counts? How come...
Oh, maybe so.
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This Yenfei, I believe...
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you. You became one of Liu's most wanted before finally defeating him. A shame that we didn't meet soon if we had. Well, allow me to introduce myself. Oh, yes, here's my business card. If you have an urgent issue...
All right, Yenfei. You'll have to excuse Yenfei.
Paimon was gonna... An adeptus? He mentioned that once they had me, and once I was all grown up... Well, that's a bit casual for... Well, my dad did... Anyway, let's not dwell on...
Is that so, Yenfei?
I know, Granny, you've told me... Oh, that's a commercial consultant, Krussel. A Snezhnayan merchant who he mentioned that he was considering it, so I guess I'll go look for him. Oh, you want to join me? Wow, and this may be a little... Mr. Krussel?
Oh, good, very good.
You're too kind.
Miss Yenfei.
Wait, is this right?
No, I'm not worried. The contract makes it. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the...
Guaranteed genuine?
Of course. This way?
In that case...
Oh, of course.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Krussel.
Oh, whatever shall I do? Yes, that's me.
How do you do, Mr. Chow? My associates and I are very
The hairpins. I don't know how it could have happened. I spent so much money on them. My family now have a backlog of paid up. A big banquet is coming up, and that's what the hairpins were for. But now that I've lost the hair...
Why is Paimon...
Would you really?
Hold on. Don't run.
Huh? Well...
Let me see. That's right. Yanfei said true. Right. I finished reading the contract. Furthermore, the contract, and given the rarity of Smaragd...
Even higher. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. However, all of this... Do we have to pause? But whichever way you look at it. Except that if we found the hairpin...
Please. However much it is, now that it's come to this,
Yes, legally speaking. So hold on a moment, Mr.
What did I feel? My family has seen much to...
Smooth to... No, it's nothing.
Miss Yanfei, you lost them.
I'm sorry.
Mora, I just don't...
No problem. But before I can get... It was, in fact, genuine...
Of course.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research.
Thank you very much.
Looks like I'll have to find...
Please wait, Mr. Chow. It's not convenient to speak here, so...
Miss Yenfei,
what is... No. What I wanted to talk about is, there's a chance that the ore laid on those hairpins may... What do you mean? Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone... I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus, if mere mortals come into contact with... Mr. Chow, did you at any time...
No, not...
Now that is true. If I have deduced correctly, he may... If that's the case, we should go confront him. Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would... And then, after that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow... Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the... So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experienced. Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations.
Well then, since you're so experienced...
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Miss...
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon feels like
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has anywhere commissioned but not bound by a contract.
I understand. Then...
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5.
This contract has so many pages.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract.
I've had to read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite how I don't believe you have been part of an investigation.
Miss Yenfei, I have to ask...
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to... Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry also. The idea of someone abusing the law. But again, let's not dwell on this. I've got it. If Mr. Krussel had his ore work...
Why, hello there.
No, nothing of the sort.
Snezhnayan? I do. That was the first time he was quite generous. Why, yes.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at...
Huh? If my eyes don't deceive me, yes. I've heard it said that Smaragd...
A thin layer of...
If you must see for yourself.
Is that so? So, did you find anything? So they really are different.
There's nothing special to it. If these two stones actually look, there may be only a subtle difference, and I'm sure...
All right, let's focus up.
But never mind, sure, Total.
Unusual actions have...
Miss Yenfei?
If you could just confirm for me...
Yes.
Then I have no further questions.
Of course.
Oh, I have my reason. This document shall serve as cite.
Yes.
I wouldn't say there's been an...
Is this hard evidence to back us?
On the contrary, this is far... If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Ah, got it. Singsi.
Well, that was quick.
Because lots of people come to me, as you know. Liyue Harbor is but the amendments made by the Tianquan. As such, legal advice...
So you helped them make sense?
Yes, well, that's no up. You sound surprised, knowing, oh, this has nothing to do with me.
Again, with that casual...
Well, that's that then.
Miss Yanfei, it's you.
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of
Crossel. The design of the hairpins that this order was on hold for a very long time.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be... Miss Sinksy, I'd like for you to...
Yes, I'm sure of it. Mr. Crossel wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedure. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself the inlaid gemstone.
Thank you, Sinksy.
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose.
Nothing you need to worry about. Just a minor...
Why is everyone's first reaction?
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
The weirdo with the snake?
Because, once we have this final...
My. To what do I... And if it isn't Miss Yen...
No, I'm...
Smaragdus jadeite. Why, yes, there is some information about it. The Seven Mountain Treatise. It is abundant in elemental... Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. I suppose that you're about...
That is indeed the case.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. But after I gave him... I wonder, Miss Yen...
You needn't consider...
You're too kind.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fishing for something?
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossel.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation?
Yes, my investigation.
Wonderful. Well, then.
Of course. Mr. Crossel.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Sure.
Not at all. Now, the contract's...
Material evidence. I spent a huge...
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of what... If we want to determine whether the ore is genuine... If we want to determine whether the ore is genuine... If we want to determine whether the ore... This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery.
Seriously? In any case,
That's an unsubstantiated...
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated.
Looks like our third hard evidence. Something legally binding.
This document proves...
Our second piece of evidence?
You know, you...
Of course I'm right. All the evidence...
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall, Traveler, would you do the honors? This shall... Smaragdus jadeite springs forth from stone marrow, sustained contact with Smaragdus. Mr. Crossel, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus jadeite?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. I'm afraid that this falls outside. However, I'm sure that... Don't worry, Mr. Crossel. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation.
What? Wait.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossel.
Huh? No,
Aren't actually inlaid with genuine smaragd. You do understand, Mr. Crossel, that this... Mr. Crossel, your answer, please. My client and I are...
Yep, he's seriously intimidating right now.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins. But I'm a victim in all of this, too. But after receiving it and carrying it, I went to Boo Pharmacy to get... That's why I had another pair of hairpins made. I kept the real Smaragdus jadeite. I was worried that someone would see through it. Which is...
Exactly.
I didn't want to either. If word got out that I...
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing...
10 times.
Crossel looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr...
20%? That's as much as I spent on...
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me, even if the Smaragdus jadeite on those hairpins was fake. However, Mr. Crossel...
What? But...
Miss Yanfei.
Well, that's not...
Thanks so much for your help this time.
Oh, come on.
Well
then, that's good. Mr. Crossel, it seems that my client has...
Is that so?
Actually, Mr. Crossel, I could see from the hairpins if we could join forces...
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus jadeite.
Exactly. Usually when even though
The right solution depends on the objective of my client, Mr. Chow, an Adeptus. Speaking of, you took Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today...
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely...
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time...
You've returned. How did it go? Good.
Well, if we're all set, Granny.
Oh, you. All right.
I'm off then. Bye. Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose... I've been looking into the laws of...
Calm now, child. Are you leaving?
I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows. In Yanfei might be... Liyue is not the same place I once knew. All right, then.
Oh, Paimon's so excited. How's it made?
They're molded firmly. Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them.
Wait a minute, Granny.
Oh, you needn't worry.
Wow, this teapot's but there's just a hole of pine I can't do that still. Oh, there.